Well, hello everyone. This is Mhorgrimm, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Starfield. It's been a bit. Excuse me. It's been about a week. Life came up. Brother visited town. Had some personal interviews to take care of, dental appointments, etc., etc. And we also had a patch update. So I was making sure that everything was working before I recorded. Tried recording yesterday, and yeah, things didn't work out. I was getting two of the mods were crashing things. They're fixed now, so I'm able to record. But since I was playing around with, seeing how to fix the mods, see what the conflicts were, I added some more. So let's take a look at those. Some are going to be pretty obvious. The new vehicle that was added in the update. Yep, I got it. Why not? I got a patch for the textile mod so that it works with, or should work with, the shattered space stuff. And I thought that installing this vanilla animations would be kind of nice. So that means like every time I land on a planet, it's like the first time I land on the planet. So I got a full animation.
Hello, Captain.
Hello.
What's the good word, Chief?
We're just gonna go check to see if my textile mod patch is working. So the easiest way... Okay, so that doesn't change anything. No, I need to find some textile from Varun space. So let's see, V for Varun. This is when the good mouse thing is handy. Wheel. How's the Varun cargo wear one different? So it looks like we got some. Well, the problem is I have no membrane, so I can make a vortex grenade unstable.
Will you be making something from me as well?
Well, look at that. I think that maxes out all my achievements. So, H... Oh yeah, see, they do have it. I would prefer not to use that. Alright. What I want to do is I want to check... Okay, so yeah. It appears to work. Okay. That update was taken care of. I do prefer the entrance being here, but I like the painting. Okay.
Thanks for stopping to chat.
Yes, thanks for stopping to chat. Oh, I'm not going to go back in the ship. I'll just have a snack here. Some orange juice and some choco bites. Okay.
Captain John, it is pleasant.
So I don't know how the...
How may I help? What can I help you with? Of course, of
the
course.
vehicles will work. Let's find out. Set is active. And color. Color 1. Color 2. Yeah. Okay. Fire rate, energy damage, physical damage, armor 60%. You know, I'd prefer it if I could actually...
Need something for your ship? I will be here if you need me for anything else.
Bad. We'll have to take it for a spin at some point. Wait, what's my... I have an infection. Oh, I wasn't supposed to use the injector. There we go. And... House Kadik. Squish. Hey, they fixed it. This elevator wasn't working before. No little hiding kids anywhere?
Great serpent keep you.
There's Kadik's this way, okay. I find it surprisingly hard to keep track of where things are in this city. I always seem to get turned around.
This area is lucky to be unaffected.
Kids hiding? Alright, let's check out House Kadik.
All must serve.
Yeah, you're good at repeating lines, that's good for you. Cryptid. It's almost like you don't trust people. Certainly have an aesthetic. Which I don't mind. Like, look, you made their coffee cups I don't know. For a second I was going, is their coffee mugs angular too? That's not right. Not a bad bathroom. Actually, when I look at this, you know what this reminds me of? Very 80s corporate power bro of setup. The whole black gold thing. No windows anywhere.
Serpent guides you.
Oh, I need a membrane. Is there anything here on this planet that's got membrane? I can't remember.
Can't be serious granting them an audience. This is exactly the impression we don't want to give.
Please, Jamal. Don't you see how all this works in our favor? It's not up for discussion. I won't risk what we worked so hard to achieve. It's done.
No, you'd risk our future and reputation as a house. But you are the chosen elder.
Ah, don't patronize me. The Great Serpent spared our house. We are favored here. And shouldn't you get back to the council? We can't afford to be absent at a time like this.
I guarantee I'm not missing much. But you're right. I'll be heading back soon enough.
Did you get an update yet?
Aquila City is the easiest to... so I wonder who the Varun spies are in Aquila. I guess goes to the outside? No. I'm forgetting already.
If you must be here, please keep quiet.
You're an annoying person.
I prefer not to be bothered right now.
Fine. Well, I guess I gotta talk to Razma.
So, Akris has sent our newest diviner to inquire about Sahima. Don't worry, Jamal's already told me all about you. I'm Razma, Elder of House Kadik and head of the Ministry of Conjunction.
What's the Ministry of Conjunction?
The Ministry of Conjunction is one of the 3 government branches of our society. We deal in information to ensure the High Council can make educated decisions. Most of our work is highly classified. Even the High Council itself may not be aware of all that we're involved in.
I see. So what can you tell me about Kadik?
House Kadik is one of the 3 noble houses under House Varun.
I get that.
We've a reputation on being the more moderate of the 3. Not as fervent as House Vithal, and not as passive as House Dolkef. We're also largely associated with the Ministry of Conjunction,
Okay.
since I lead the department.
So one is known as being more militant, and one's being known as more passive. Like Dukef being passive, they could be a good future. All right. It's an honor to meet the elder of a noble
Well,
house.
it's also an honor to
Hey.
meet one as interesting as yourself.
Wow.
I wouldn't have suspected an outsider to be made promised. But who am I to argue with the Great Serpent's choice?
Wow. Oh, there was some serious shade thrown there with that statement. I'd be incredibly insulted if it was made with a British accent, because wow. That pause and then saying that, also that inflection on interesting. Okay, so let's see. Council. Yeah, when the snake talks, you listen. No, we need Sahima to recalibrate the Mourning
I know
device.
the council is looking to Sahima for answers. But the truth is, she's been taken, along with other members of the house. They're being held hostage by zealots. And now they're demanding negotiations.
This is a major overreach. I have never known the zealots to be so bold.
Yes, I'm
Your
sure
attention, please?
Oh, come on. Give me a moment. I was listening to Andresia while I was filtering myself some water for a coffee, so that I can, be aware and awake while I play my session for you all. Negotiations are why not just tell the High Council?
Because right now, this situation is a matter for the Ministry of Conjunction.
Uh-huh.
As much as the council thinks it's their business, it's not. At least not yet. They want Sahima, and we're trying to produce her.
Okay. Zealots don't negotiate. They kill on sight.
Perhaps the zealots you know. But they were once a part of Varun society. Our relationship is far more complex. The zealots have yet to name specifics. At best, they'll demand an inordinate amount of credits or firearms. Worst case, a seat at the High Council, or even the reinstatement of their house. House Malene. They know we can't risk Sahima
like
for
the
Dazra's
Malene
sake.
Dam.
So, they won't hold back when it comes to demands.
What can you tell me about House Malene?
House Malene was fully dedicated to Jandar Varun. They objected when his brother, Jarek, was chosen to take over as leader. They knew he would bring an end to the Serpent's Crusade. It's why they abandoned their house and became the zealots you know today, to continue what they believe is Jinan and Jandar's work.
I see. And who is Jandar?
Jinan Varun had twin sons, Jarek and Jandar. Jandar fully supported the Serpent's Crusade, and to many in House Malene, was the best suited to take over for his father.
Well, if we can get to the hostages first, the Zealots will have no leverage.
My thoughts exactly. Normally, I'd have agents doing everything possible to find them.
But
we too suffered losses. We need to be here. Present. I couldn't risk more lives. It's the only reason I even agreed to these negotiations. But now that you're here, I can finally take action.
I'll bring Sahima and the hostages home. No negotiations
And
needed.
that's where the issue lies. I don't know where the zealots are keeping Sahima, but I have a good idea who does. Their name is Merrick. Merrick is a Kadik, and they also work for me as an agent in the Ministry of Conjunction. This is where matters get complicated.
Got the Starborn one. I bet they're being held in one of your old shadow stations.
How would you... I'm beginning to see why the Great Serpent chose you. As I said, Merrick works for me in the Ministry of Conjunction. They've been establishing an inside relationship with the Zealots for some time now. On my orders. Forcing them to give up the information could jeopardize all they've worked for. So don't expect them to be forthcoming. Get the information any way you see fit. As long as no physical harm comes to them.
Understood.
Okay, alright. So you're establishing a relationship with the Zealots.
What better way to surveil a threat?
Yeah,
It's
true.
important for us to know what the Zealots may be targeting, to stay one step ahead.
Why would giving the location jeopardize Merrick's work?
The Zealots don't trust easily. If their location was discovered, Merrick would most likely be the first they'd suspect. They'd never trust them or any agent of House Kadik again.
I'll return once I've learned
See
the location.
that you do. You'll find Merrick upstairs in the meditation room.
Okay.
May the Great Serpent bless you. Your focus should be on Rasmus' needs and assisting House Kadik.
You seem unhappy that I was allowed to become part of House Varun.
Don't take it personally. We have been through so much these last few weeks. The Council is attempting to claw back some semblance of order from the chaos, steer things past this somehow. And then Malabor goes and throws you into the middle of all this without even consulting us. It's just one more breach of a protocol that barely exists anymore. I am over it, I assure you. It is good to have you with us, and we are finally moving forward.
So the High Council runs the houses under Varun.
No, it's complicated. Jinan Varun himself established the rules. Let me see if I can make it easy for you. The Speaker has supreme authority. He is the voice of the Great Serpent. The houses each handle some function of daily life and are individually run by the Elder of the House. Each of the houses also appoints a mediary to the High Council to inform and advise the Speaker. It's a separate position from the Elder, with a lesser degree of authority and prestige.
I'm just trying to see what the checks and balances in that system is. Have you ever thought about changing the system?
Now is hardly the time to be entertaining such thoughts.
I don't know. I think now is the time to be engaging in such thoughts. I mean, your house leader's missing that set himself up as supreme authority. Almost like well, I guess it's kind of like a monarchy system. Though, there used to be 3 houses, or 4 houses. Wonder what the minor houses are. Did they ever get into them? This seems all overly got it, makes sense.
So you must have a head for politics. Or you're good at pretending. Either way, you will fit right in here.
Okay. What were you doing when the disaster
I
happened?
was on a walk, nearing Jinan Plaza. My view of the Citadel was clear. I saw the windows flood with light and then a flash so bright, I was forced to turn away. When I turned back, my eyes saw only a swirl of energy surrounding the Citadel and the crater that surrounded it. Please, Diviner, by all means, continue.
I'm wondering if, lore-wise, someone was
Great Serpent keep you.
sabotaging Mr. Varun's experiment. Like, what better way to destabilize the current system and get rid of the ruling party than to have it, well, implode?
You're no member of House Kadik. What are you doing here?
I may not be House Kadik, but I'm the only one here that's communicating with an ASCO.
Oh, so you're the heretic turned diviner who thinks they're one of us now. So tell me, what would a chosen one such as yourself want with someone like me?
I was told... Oh no. I'm looking for a certain zealot base. I think you know the one.
Perhaps you need to lay off the Koza, my friend. You're talking nonsense. Absolutely ridiculous.
You can drop the act. Razma told me about your position.
Did she now? I guess this means the High Council is still asking Auntie Razma where Sahima is. And if you're here making demands, she obviously has decided to make use of you rather than undergo sincere negotiations. I see what's going on here.
Do you? Very perceptive. I can see why Razma is so impressed with
Well,
you.
I am one of the few to garner any amount of trust with the Zealots, so she should be. I can't imagine where the Ministry of Conjunction would be without me.
You must have put in a lot of work to make that happen.
It's hardly work if it comes naturally. It's nice to see I'm being properly recognized. I may excel in my skills, but it doesn't mean the hours I put in are any less.
Of course not. Good work takes time no matter how talented you are.
Exactly. There's still research, analysis, documentation. Too much documentation, if you ask me. But altogether, I have the exact talents needed to do this job, which is why I was entrusted with the Zealots in the first place. I admit it hasn't always been easy. They are Zealots, you know.
Wouldn't a zealot just attack you on sight? How do you get close to them?
I see you're familiar with standard Zealot tactics. But it's really all about crafting the perfect scenario to encounter the right one. You don't just waltz up and say hello. It takes a great deal of surveillance and profiling to determine the right approach.
Can't imagine how hard it must have been for you to earn their trust.
You have no idea. I can't even tell you how much time and effort it's been to sway the Zealots my way. Not to mention the stress over my own personal well-being. I may be the best at what I do, but I'm not stupid. The Zealots do have the element of unpredictability.
So if they're unpredictable, you know the danger to Sahim and the hostages.
I was wondering when your own agenda would come into play. I've worked hard to obtain my position with the Zealots. And like I've told Razma 1,000 times, I have no reason to believe they're going to hurt my dear cousins, especially Sahima. So, as far as I'm concerned, that information stays with me.
I see. Let's go with manipulation. You can't say that with absolute certainty. You're risking the lives and House Kadik's integrity.
You make a good point, for an outsider. And perhaps I should take your presence here as a sign. The location you're looking for is Shadow Station Epsilon. It's an old Varun base that they've taken over for themselves. Razma will know it. Let her tell you the details, seeing as how I'm about to be reassigned.
Why would giving me this information get you reassigned?
Isn't the answer obvious? The Zealots will know the location came from me. All that hard work, thrown out the window because someone refuses to undergo negotiations.
Okay. Thank you. This information will save
It
lives.
better.
Let's just... walk here. And get ready.
I can't believe this is happening. You must have gotten the location.
It was as I predicted. Shadow Station Epsilon.
Fascinating. I'd be interested in how you came to know about these stations, but that's a conversation for another time.
Mm-hmm.
If my intel is correct, you can find Shadow Station Epsilon in the Badlands, north of Dazra. I can send you the coordinates.
Why didn't you try searching Shadow Station Epsilon earlier?
Shadow Station Epsilon is one of many Zealot bases scattered throughout. As I mentioned before, I wasn't willing to risk agent lives in order to scout them all.
What are these Shadow Stations?
The Shadow Stations were established during the Serpent's Crusade. A series of secret military installations that few knew about, and even fewer may remember. The idea was to have isolated centers focused on different aspects of furthering the Crusade. This way, if one fell, it wouldn't endanger the others.
All right. Well, those Zealots are about to lose their leverage.
If anything happens to the hostages, they will lose a lot more than leverage.
We will do whatever is necessary to bring Sahima and the others back safely.
Now that we have a rescue mission underway, I'll speak to Merrick about setting up the negotiations. I expect them to be pliable after their last encounter with you. The current plan is to hold them at one of the geothermal power stations. Meet us there when Sahima and the others are safe.
Why this particular power station?
It's a fairly neutral location, and just the right distance from Dazra, so both parties will feel safe. The geothermal stations are also autonomous in nature, so we don't have to worry about unwanted eyes and ears.
Right. I'll meet you at the power station when everyone is
Good.
safe.
Serpent willing, your timing will line up. I'll stall the Zealots as long as I can, which shouldn't be an issue. That being said, I'd still appreciate it if you could act quickly. Now, Jamal wants an update before you leave. Just don't let her distract you for too long.
Okay.
Diviner, a word before you go? Good to see you. Tell me, Diviner, what do you know about the Zealots?
Old members of a once noble house, Malene.
I'm impressed. You've already learned quite a bit from your time with us. The Zealots are widely frowned upon within our society. They're a remnant of the Serpent's Crusade, days we'd like to forget. Has my dear sister given you any history on our house's relations with the Zealots?
Said the Ministry Conjunction keeps tabs on the
I
Zealots.
see. Should have expected as much. Rasma would have everyone believe she only wishes to keep an eye on the Zealots, so the Council can make informed decisions. The truth is, she's had this particular group of Zealots under her thumb for quite some time. This is only a problem now because she's lost control. That is the real reason why Rasma hasn't informed the High Council, and I'm sworn to silence.
That sounds like an incredibly foolish plan.
Tell me more about this situation.
House Kadik already has a reputation for being sympathetic to the Zealots, but the truth is far worse. Razma wants the Zealots to back House Kadik, so the balance of power between the noble houses would shift to us.
Mm-hmm.
She's been employing them, paying them in supplies that aid their blind crusade.
So why would the Zealots ever back a noble house?
Razma would believe they want to reintegrate or even reestablish House Malene, and she's a fool for it. The Zealots want nothing but the means to carry out their war. Credits, weapons, and ships. And these very supplies would be used to harm not only your people, but our own as well.
House Kadik is sympathetic to
There
the...
are several members who are sympathetic toward them or their cause. Some see beyond their extremist veneer and believe they're just misguided. A very small few may believe Jandar truly was the rightful heir, but none would ever admit it. I'm certain it's the case that members of the other houses feel the same. House Kadik is just the only one who's been exposed for it.
Interesting. I'm just preparing myself some coffee while she talks. Okay, so House Kadik is really into the political power plays. Well, more so than I've seen in the other houses so far. Supplying Zealots. Well, it's hard to believe that the High Council isn't aware of any of this.
The Council knows nothing of her work with the Zealots, and I aim to keep it that way. All elders have their own ambitions. I'm certain that's all they see. What none of us expected was the disaster that is the Scaled Citadel. The aftermath is what allowed the Zealots to grab Sahima and the others, flipping the balance of power in their favor. Razma has lost control and is putting House Kadik's reputation and power at risk.
Well, that means the Zealots acted pretty quick in the aftermath. I mean, to go and... well, not to set up, unless they already had something in place. I'll see to it the Zealots have no power in these negotiations.
And that's what I wish to speak to you about. House Kadik shouldn't be associating with Zealots at all, except on an extermination level. But worse, we absolutely cannot be supplying them with ordnance of any kind. We need to cut ties with the Zealots altogether.
Good. Why not tell the council and have them put a stop to it?
Exposing this information to the council would condemn not only Razma, but House Kadik along with her. I have no wish to tarnish our house or ruin my sister. I simply want to show her the error of her ways.
And you expect me to do something about it?
How astute. I want you to put an end to any connections between House Kadik and the Zealots. And while my position won't allow me to be blunt, I'll still make it clear. Should the hostages not survive, Razma would blame the Zealots and cut all ties.
An extreme sacrifice for the sake of your house.
How is killing your own family any better than what Razma's doing?
Those few lives will be nothing compared to the lives the Zealots will take if House Kadik continues to supply them. Sacrificing them would open my sister's eyes, quelling any sympathy and desire to work with the Zealots. Once Razma no longer sees the Zealots as an ally, the rest will soon follow.
I thought we needed Sahima alive.
What we need is Sahima's research, which she has with her. You just need to bring it back.
I'm not committing to anything.
Think about it if you must. But if you care about your people, you'll come to the same conclusion as I have. And when you do, just know that we can't afford any loose ends. No witnesses. As far as everyone else is concerned, the hostages were dead when you arrived, and you exacted revenge in House Kadik's name.
And you think the Zealots killed the hostages is a believable story?
Zealots are unpredictable, and their passion to their cause often makes them prone to violence. Whether the Zealots believe it or not matters little, but Razma certainly will.
Is murder everyone your solution to everything?
Of course not. But in this situation, it is the most effective means to an end. As a mediary, I am constantly weighing decisions based on both immediate and long-term consequences. This decision is awful, I know that. But the far-reaching consequences are worth the sacrifice.
Well, like I said, I'm not
I
committing to
trust
anything.
you'll make the right decision. Until then, I'll see you at the negotiations.
If you're here for Asma, she's in her office.
I know. Do you guys have like a table? I guess it's snack time for me then. Let's do some cherry pop, some apple bites.
Now would be a good time to reprioritize what we bring with us and what we leave behind. Or sell. Or throw away.
Okay. Way Shrine of Redemption. Well, they have membranes.
I'm going to enjoy this.
Who's attacking me? Let's see. Membrane. So far, so good. Quite the construction
Were
unit
her
here.
sins really so great that we deserved this?
Welcome, my friend.
Out here, far from the city, the voice of the Great Serpent.
As the coils of the Great Serpent create a divine circle, the path of redemption begins and ends here.
It is clearer to me.
Let's talk.
I welcome you, fellow traveler. Have you come seeking redemption for your sins? Or has your journey brought you here for some other purpose?
Are you a priest?
Nothing of the sort. I'm just an old man seeking solace in troubled times.
I was just looking around.
An explorer as well as a traveler, then. I suspect you have yet to walk the path of redemption. There is no cause for shame. We must each choose the time that is right for us to make the journey. I would be happy to explain the custom, if you like.
Please do.
Ah, thank you, my friend. Your kindness is a gift, for it brings me happiness to speak of the path. Spread across the land are 4 way shrines. Each offers words that describe a pillar of our society. To sin against the Great Serpent demands an act of absolution. We first come here to pray for forgiveness, and then we make a journey. We travel to each of the way shrines, reading their words and contemplating their meaning.
Okay.
When that is done, we return here to renew our pledge of devotion to the Great Serpent. In this way, we are redeemed.
I'd like to make this journey for educational purposes.
Good. A mind that craves knowledge is a mind that is growing strong.
Are you sure? This could take some time.
Time must be made for that which is important. You should join your companion on the journey. Perhaps you too will learn something.
We will see. But I would not get your hopes up, old man.
No, of course not. I only wish that it be an enlightening experience for you. Here, you'll need this. It's my copy of the original Path of Redemption, written years ago by the honored Ranchik Dosa. It was he who first walked the path, guided by the Great Serpent. Begin reading it here, and follow the steps carefully. I shall await your return. I'm quite curious to know what you make of the experience.
Okay. Well, time to read this. I will complete my coffee. Okay. Well, I've given time people to read this. As well as me, I'm a speed reader, so it was pretty quick. Let's see, so page 1. Page 2. As I fill up my coffee with Cool Swan. Some Irish cream. Always add that first, same as you always add your milk first. Serpent's chosen. Okay. His client, everything's arduous. Okay. So he would be like a minor, like there's minor houses, major houses, and just plain old citizens of some sort.
My brother lost his wife and home in the catastrophe.
All right. It's a pretty view, actually. You know, I gotta go there anyways.
Perhaps not the wisest decision.
Hey. Whoa! Phasing in and out. Glitched. I want to kill him. Okay. Okay, so not actually even worth it.
Extra ammunition is always welcome if they have any.
Snake oil. Oh, I guess a groat pie would be useful. So I think it's this way. Okay. I hate to admit, while I was listening to the guy talk about, like an open mind to educate yourself is always a good thing. All I could think was like 40k with like, blessed is the mind too closed for doubt. As I have been playing a bit of Space Marine 2. In fact, some of my... Well, the first recording or two should appear on my YouTube channel soon-ish. Oop. Stay down. Make safe. Right, so adhesive is
wherever
useful.
you store that, the smell will not be an issue. Unfamiliar environments should always be approached with caution.
Peaceful, okay. Well, we need to cover up my lacerations. So bandages would be good. Infused bandages would be better. Because that would handle any burns, too. Okay. Let's do the wayside stone first. Before I pay a visit to some zealots. Okay, how do I get up there? Oh, here we go. This light will guide me. See, I've been playing some Space Marine. It's kind of fun, considering the very first Space Marine FPS I ever played was a really old mod. +20 years ago? I think it was a Quake mod? And it was very eye-opening because the Quake mod actually used the shooting rules from the tabletop. So it's like you would it had like a random generated number every time you were hit. Radiation, okay. So every time you hit, so you're basically you were making an armor save back, to use the old term.
What better place to contemplate the nature of the great serpent and his works? Welcome, my friend. Are not the beauty and majesty of nature truly splendid? There is serenity here that cannot be found in the city.
Mm-hmm.
It is the ideal place to contemplate the secrets and mysteries of the cosmos.
What secret and mysteries are you contemplating exactly?
Just now, I was wondering why the great serpent chose the form that he did. Why not a bird, or a groat, or some other creature? Why not a woman, or a man, or a child? Of course, it's folly to think that I, a lowly mortal, could even begin to grasp the mind of the divine.
I do like the patterning on his scarf.
And yet, a curious mind cannot be stilled. It will seek answers.
Well, I can see the appeal. I like going in nature myself personally.
Wonderful. Let us share a brief meditation in celebration of this meeting. Now close your eyes and breathe in deeply. Be calm. Do you feel that? It is the presence of the Great Serpent, omnipotent and all-seeing. Such divine communion purifies us and makes us strong. You may think this is a chance meeting, but I know the truth. The Great Serpent has a plan for us all, my friend, and this encounter is a part of it.
If that's true, then the Great Serpent has a delivery for you.
Solijana has at last found a new courier. Great Serpent be praised. This package of dried and salted groat's meat will sustain me in my contemplations.
Some jerky, okay.
So captivated am I by the Serpent's mysteries, I sometimes go days without remembering to eat. I know it's customary to pay upon receipt, but let me pose you this question. If we carry out the will of the Great Serpent, is that not the greatest reward of all? Compared to such divine favor, the worth of a few credits is a mere pittance.
Nice try, but you're paying for this.
Very well. But you should know that an obsession with material goods does harm to the soul. Here is your payment. Go in peace, my friend.
I pray that the Great Serpent will deliver us from our hardships soon.
I needed this walk to clear my mind.
Okay. Bit of pain as I head to Shadow Station Epsilon. That was interesting though. It's like it seems to be a curated path here. So let's have a gander. Okay, so I have to use a scoped weapon to kill enemies to become better at my sniping. Well, that seems like a noble goal. Some lead and some credits. We'll just head this way and visit our good friends the Zealots. And we'll try and save Sahima. Now, Starborn worldview here. Who is better, House Dukef or House Kadik to rule a future House Varun faction? Like House Kadik, well, you got people like our good friend that is extremely cold and like I don't know if she'd be a good, like she'd be a very effective leader. Bit of a glitch. She'd be a very effective leader. Now, they do complain that House Dukuff is too passive. Maybe I want passive.
My eyes! My eyes!
I flubbed the shot.
I've been stuck! I cannot move! Your sins against the great serpent grow! Your demise has been ordained!
Who's shooting me?
Give up already. You think you can hide?
I've been struck!
Profit is never necessarily the aim.
Alright, let's clear the inside here. Good loot. Sounds like Andresia's having fun. Food for the crew. Oh, I could have gone the subtle way, but I've apparently chose hard. Oh, what do we have here? Could this be something to use? Be a shame. Update, recalibrate. Have fun.
Cannot evade me.
Where's this go? Let's see. Ideally, nope. Ugh, don't know if coffee was a good idea. My wife doesn't deal too well with the cold, so she's got the heat cranked. It's minus 15 out.
That before we are discovered.
But oh. The heat might be a bit much. That's better. There we go. That's worth some good money.
Time they will be judged like the rest.
Will I? Okay, we're clear here. Time for the Zealots is here. Okay, so it's all about, money. But the space adept thing? No. It's like I don't want a particular weapon just for storming bases. God, that's an ugly helmet. I get with the light and stuff, it would fit in.
Might wish to lighten your load. One is less likely to survive an ambush when one is weighed down with whatever all that is.
It's not a bad looking base they have here, like aesthetics wise. Okay, that'll get us down eventually.
Yes? That is all? Very well.
Let's completely sweep this base. I'm still debating on whether saving, like, God, she's planted that worm in my head that maybe the atrocity will go a long way to convincing House Kadik to not pursue the political course. But is that a good course of action? Would me, Mr. Starborn, take that action? Like, part of me was even considering becoming like a bit like House Kadik in terms of our House Faroon as my outpost empire, because like they got a good aesthetic going for them. But no, not a fan of that. So who would be?
How quickly? Can you get that done?
They do have some really nice looking ships though. I do like the coloring. So many locked up things. Those are expensive, but yeah, they make me some money. And we know what that was. It's turret control. As far as I know, that door takes me to the main lobby. Yeah, it's there. Okay. Right. Robot did a good job. You're not helping, Andrasia.
You will know the truth, coward!
They could not hope to win, so they fled. We should move on, if there's nothing worth taking.
But they shall.
If you're here to help, that zealot had a key. You have to get me out of here.
Well, I'll get you out of here once I make sure everything's clear.
Who are you?
I'm Diviner John Mhorgrimm. Rasma sent me to rescue you.
Serpent's Grace, I knew it. I knew she wouldn't just leave us here to rot. It's more than just me. There are others.
Wonder if I should change my name from Primarch to Diviner.
My research here. They think I have all the answers since the original experiment was a catastrophic failure.
The Zealots were wise in their tactics. Up until now.
The original experiment? What are you talking about?
The original experiment. The one that took out half of Dazra and sealed off the Scaled Citadel. Surely you must know. I'm sorry. I realize the elders and council members may not be properly disseminating this information. I'm not one for politics, obviously.
Well, the Zealots are forcing you to continue your research here?
Well, the Zealots think they are forcing me to continue my research here. They want me to apply my theories to Anasco's Scaled Citadel debacle. Somehow they ascertained my previous involvement.
Well, good news. The High Council thinks you have all the answers too.
So my theory is correct. Or I should say, the High Council now believes my theory, the better theory, is correct. I knew it! I told them their algorithms and insufficient testing were only giving the illusion of stability.
Okay.
But no one wants to listen to me. Not the girl who put people twice my age to shame when it came to assessments. Of course, this is what it would take for Rasma to send someone after me.
The Zealots also plan on using you as a... Well, forget Rasma. You're better on your own anyways.
I wish I could have that mentality. And maybe it's not so much a desire to be cared for as it is a desire for acceptance. I overheard the Zealots mention negotiating with House Kadik, so the motivations are clear. Not only does the High Council deem me important, but Rasma needs to remove me from the equation. I get it. But at least now everyone knows I was right.
Leadership. Yeah. That's the attitude. Less moping, more positive thinking. Now let's go.
All right. First, we need to free the other hostages. The Zealots aren't aware of how I've been delving into their systems here. I told them I needed full access if they expect me to replicate Anasco's experiment, and I didn't even bother with risk assessment. They think I'm applying my theories to their poor excuse for technology down here. Granted, I could probably make it work if I had to.
Just get to the point.
Right. Getting there. The other hostages are being kept just beyond this room. I can disengage the locks to their cell and grant you access to an elevator in the room beyond that will take them to safety.
Okay.
You just have to clear out that area first. And the Zealots down there are... different.
File not found. Whatever the situation, I can handle it. How are these Zealots different?
The Zealots you'll encounter beyond here are... altered somehow. To be made thus would be to show them the Great Serpent's mercy.
Yeah, whatever the situation is, I can handle it.
I pray your confidence is well justified. While you get the rescue underway, I'm going to set up certain guarantees here. I'll meet you and the others outside.
Okay. Guarantees. What are you going to do?
The Zealots have a small network here that I can plug into. They think I've been working on my research, when really, I've been formulating a virus that will shut down this entire base. And their ships.
Sounds like a
plan. And a well-thought-out one at that. I just need enough time to set up a remote device so I can launch a virus that will render this place useless. Think of it as a failsafe to guarantee our safety. The Zealots would never risk this base or their ships.
Why not set it up and sabotage them
These
earlier?
are Zealots we're dealing with. The only reason they even have hostages is to make sure I stay in line. I couldn't threaten them without knowing the others were safe.
Okay. Fine. I'll get the hostages out of here.
Good. I'll see you outside.
You have my attention. I do not wish to judge, but I doubt you truly need to be carrying all of that.
Now, I remember there was the weird redeemed or whatever they're called. I would like to investigate more about what these things are. And I need to do some snacking. Overgroat pie and some cherry pop. And puncture and burns. Do I have any infused bandages left? He's having fun. Anyone in here? A lot of exploding barrels in here. Not sure. That's great.
Serpent be merciful. Has help finally arrived?
We'll see. You stay right there.
There must be something in all of that you can afford to let go of.
No. So there's a robot down there and there's a dude up there.
I cannot wait to kill you.
Whoa.
Curse you!
Good one.
Now I know there's the robot down there somewhere. Okay, now I think I can rescue them. I've used up a lot of ammo.
What do you want now?
Are you here for them or for us?
What is your... Are you here to help?
Rasmus, Serpent, save us.
Serpent, give me
Great
strength.
One, protect me.
Okay, so we are clear.
Did they have anything of value?
Eh. I don't know if we're clear.
Great Serpent, save me. Thank the Serpent.
If you are free soon, could we talk?
What's my Shotty? Okay. Better than that one. Okay.
I have been curious. I know that your role in Constellation was thrust upon you in an unusual way. But that experience does not demand that you stay.
Mm-hmm.
You could have delivered the artifact and then left. Why do you stay?
Finding the artifacts is very, very important to me personally.
Yes. The idea of what they might represent has been motivating for many of the members. This is, after all, what Constellation is for. My past is complicated. And anyone in Constellation will tell you I do not speak much of it. But my family always stressed the importance of having a purpose in life. You must have a reason for being.
Well, why is Constellation meaningful to you?
This group of people, who by rights would never associate with one another, has come together for a common cause. That is impressive on its own, before considering the magnitude of the work they have undertaken. The possibilities it holds.
I think having goals is
A
important.
goal is something you work towards, an expectation of achievement. That is not the same. I believe it is sometimes phrased as, the destination is not as important as the journey. When I first came to New Atlantis, I was shocked at how many people go about their business every day like drones. They do their jobs, eat their food, sleep in their beds, all seemingly without concern for anything around them. Complacent. Their experience is so different from much of the settled systems. They do not know how good they have it.
You think people need to struggle to live?
I think if there is no struggle, people can forget what living really means. Purpose cuts through adversity. I know that all too well. And these people seem to have no idea.
You've obviously been through a lot.
I have. There have been times where I wondered whether it was worth it. My family is unique within the settled systems. I grew up outside the bounds of the United Colonies, or the Freestar Collective.
I'm aware.
My parents, and their parents before them, did not believe anyone outside our family could be trusted or relied upon. You can imagine, I am sure, how existence without ties to others is challenging in space.
Why did your family insist on independence?
And still do, that anyone who was not part of our family did not share our values, our goals, and was ultimately a potential threat. My time in the settled systems has mostly led me to agree with them.
Okay, I was just cranking down the heat thermostat. Oh, a little too much. Little too much. Well, it's not a life I choose for myself.
Choice had nothing to do with it, not for me. But looking back, I understand their concern. For now, though, it would seem you and I have found purpose in Constellation. I believe that is enough. I am pleased that we have common cause, and have enjoyed our time together. Thank you.
Okay. I'm glad we could see like that together. What was I also looking for?
I would prefer that we both remain light on our feet. You never know what could happen.
I would also prefer to win the lottery in real life, but hey. Just because you prefer something doesn't mean it happens. Interesting. Oh, okay. Well, good to know. Was this like your recreation room? Put a beer. Do like that. Contains coffee, maybe. I should get a mug like that for myself.
Well,
was the wrong choice.
Will we press on?
That's a nice one. We'll take it.
Or we turn back. Your call.
This is like the head boss's bed or something? Okay, nothing there. So gotta head down that way.
Always worth checking. Never know what you might find in their pockets.
Is this the end? The great serpent has heard me. Thank you.
The redeemed. Mahel. So who makes these redeemed guys? Because I have questions. As they appear cybernetically enhanced, shall we say?
Thank you. Thank you.
My prayers have been answered. Finally, I can be free of this place.
Talk to Gavin.
The Zealots seem to have made quite a home for themselves.
I would agree. Okay, so he's down there. These redeemed guys are kind of scary. Hello, Mr. Gavin.
You realize it's been days since we've had any food.
Calm down, I'm on your
On our
side.
side? Who are you?
I'm the diviner. John Mhorgrimm. Rasma sent me to rescue you.
The Great Serpent is merciful. And Sahima? Did you find her yet?
Well, I wouldn't be able to get to you. What do you know about these redeemed zealots?
We haven't been able to observe much. They are physically superior, stronger, faster. They ignore pain and are resistant to things that would take any normal person down in an instant. I'm not sure what the Zealots have done to create them, but I would surmise the process was less than pleasant.
Okay. Is this all of you?
If only there were more of us down in the caves.
Well, Sahima is safe. She's granting us access to the elevator to escape.
I wish it were that easy. The Zealots separated us. Our brethren are still out there. Please, I can ready my people here, but you'll have to deal with the Zealots and rescue the others so we may all escape safely.
The Great Serpent is done and done, so let's go.
You're serious? Oh, the Great Serpent has truly sent you.
Yes.
In that case, we are more than ready to leave this place.
All right.
We all made it. We're safe. You did it! It's true what they say. The air really does smell fresher.
Serpent bless you. We owe you our lives. Thank you.
It's the least I could do for House Kadik and the people of Dazra.
Yes, since that's truly what's important here. Anyway, it's probably time you started heading to those negotiations. I'm going to stay back a moment and make sure everyone here is okay to make it back safely. I'll catch up with you shortly. Just let me know where the negotiations are taking place.
Negotiations are at the Badland power stations. Be quick.
Don't worry. Razma came through for me. It's only fair I return the favor. I'll be there when it counts. Now go.
These members of your house have suffered. I can respect your decision.
The Great Serpent was truly watching over us.
Alright, so where's the Badlands power station?
If you find anything significant, say the word.
So let's get to this power station and complete our work for our friends in House Kadik. And then... just wondering how much money I have. 251. Okay. And then we can finish our, I guess you can say, pilgrimage. So what the heck happened here? There's a spaceship over there.
Is there some compulsion that leads you to do this?
Yep.
Childhood trauma? It is okay to let things go.
It's not a bad outfit. Well, he went down trying to defend them from something. Evening Star. I'll check that out in a moment, but I want to check this thing out. Like, where's its, boarding area? There we go.
Bold of the Zealots to take over such a significant location.
There's a power vacuum right now. I could see them doing that. Probably thinking that gives them some negotiating power and some legitimacy so they can try and reestablish themselves. Just trying to decide what weapons to use.
Your intent to be unreasonable the whole time? I thought this was a negotiation.
We're having a friendly chat, aren't we? It's not my fault.
Mihail, he's the guy that did the redeemed. Need to find out about
just
him.
the person I wanted to see. Please tell me you bring good news.
The Zealots have no leverage.
Good. Now it's my turn to watch Mihail squirm.
Razma, who is this? You allow any commoner to just waltz in on official business. I'd expect better security from House Kadik.
This is hardly official business.
Yes. And now these so-called negotiations are over.
Over? You'd risk everything after the whispers of a stranger. I demand to know who this is.
Freestar Ranger. Here to enforce justice, no? I am the Serpent's chosen diviner, the only one who can understand Anasko Varun.
You think I care about Anasko Varun, son of a traitor? Only a complete fool would expect me to believe this.
It's true, Mihail. And if you don't leave now, peacefully, I'll make sure your ships and Shadow Station Epsilon are made dust.
You... How did you... You're bluffing.
Test me. You think a genius mind like mine wouldn't find a way to hack into every system in your base? This remote device will launch a virus that will detonate systems within Epsilon, and reach your ships as well.
You realize how this may affect future partnerships, Razma. You'd jeopardize our connections.
It jeopardizes nothing. It merely restores the natural order.
The natural order. I could take you all out here and now. You know every one of us is prepared to answer the Serpent's call.
See him launch the virus. It's impossible to deal with Zealots.
Are you sure?
You'll launch that virus, and I guarantee blood will spill.
I'm giving you one more chance to reconsider.
What's there to reconsider?
Your status station allies know nothing of this. That's not the death they want.
No. but it's the death they know is possible. Besides, you think I'd turn my back on the insults thrown here today?
You mean, do we think you'd throw away your life and the lives of everyone at Shadow Station Epsilon over your pride, Mihail? No, I, for one, don't think you will. And you can't deny our partnerships have been beneficial for us both.
Perhaps you trust the word of a House Varun soldier.
As much as our people may disagree, Jandar would see you sacrifice your life in direct service to the Great Serpent. Both would have you die, cleansing the accursed, and turning those who may listen to his shadow. You know this to be true, Mihail. A true promised lives only to serve. And your death today would serve nothing.
Blessed sister, you speak truth. I have been blinded by pride, but your words have guided me back to the path. All right. I won't deny my brethren the death they deserve. But I won't forget this either. Don't think this won't change anything, Razma.
Things have already changed, Mihail. From the moment you kidnapped House members. These negotiations are over. Now leave us.
That was intense.
Well, let's have a chat.
Something I can do for you?
You seem to have taken on more than you can carry.
House Kadik is in your
If you
debt.
require assistance,
As am I.
please,
I
just
owe
say
you my
so.
life.
Sahima, you are a part of this house.
I know. I just wanted to say thank you. Personally. And here, it's the research and algorithm the High Council wants. I'm sure they'll appreciate it more coming from you.
Grav drive theory isn't easily grasped by people your age. Be proud of this.
Oh, I am. Very. I just don't think the High Council is ready for the series of I told you so's that I would surely inundate them with. Plus, I think I'll wait until after they've proven out my theories to approach them on that topic. I'm going to head back home now to check on the others, but maybe come find me later?
Sure, I'll see you around, Sahima.
Great. You can find me at the Great House whenever you get the chance.
We'll talk later, Sahima. As I was saying, House Kadik is in your debt. You've helped me maintain a very precarious balance.
The business with the Zealots needs to end.
And one day it will. But until then, they're a necessary evil. One that we'll be keeping a much closer eye on. I'd appreciate it if you kept this a secret.
I'm not the one you should be worried about.
If you're referring to the members of House Kadik. The others involved know better than to speak of this.
What makes you so confident they'll remain... Actually, no, wait. Your sister prefers I didn't even rescue them.
As much as it disappoints me, I can't say I'm surprised. Jamal's never cared for our view with the Zealots. And she has no love for those taken. But this is what makes her an excellent mediary.
What is a mediary?
A mediary is another title for a member of the High Council, whose job it is to represent their house when the Elder cannot. My duties are to House Kadik and the Ministry of Conjunction. I trust Jamal to properly represent our views at the High Council.
I would think that you would both want to be on the same page.
You and the rest of our house. Now, I have much to do, and so do you. Ekris and the High Council will be expecting you.
Okay. You.
You've served House Kadik well today.
What if the High Council found out about the Zealots?
As far as I'm concerned, the High Council does know because I'm on it. Should any topics arise regarding the Zealots, I can guide our decisions appropriately. If the others found out, it would be a very tiresome and lengthy conversation. Although lecture is probably the better word. But I hope you're wise enough to keep our house matters private.
Okay.
Until next time.
I heard their ship taking off. Okay. I already know that one. Where is the one about the redemption thingy? House du Caf, alright. So they're the Ministry of Commerce, so they're all about money. There, Path of Redemption. Okay, so. North. So, south. Maybe. Well, let's continue our pilgrimage slowly but surely.
I rarely have the patience for that thing.
Okay, so the Wayshrine of Devotion. This away. Interesting looking.
onto something.
Well, they've apparently lost this outpost or listening post. Okay, there we go. Okay. What direction am I looking now? This way, okay. Already carrying too much, so what's a little bit more, right? Oh, I picked the wrong one, didn't I? Okay. Why is it some of the easier ones seem to give me more trouble?
Keeping watch over the landscape is clearly a high priority.
Yeah, and half-eaten sandwich. Yeah, I'm not gonna. You got in here before me somehow. Okay, so they knew that the test was about to happen. Interesting. Pizza. Tasty, tasty seaweed bites. Okay. then that doesn't line up. Why do you do this to me? Here we go. Just in case there's a good weapon in here somewhere. Could happen. Just need faith. It's good money though. Okay, fine. Milk. Was hoping to find some Astra, because, you know, trade it in. Okay, I think we've gathered all the food we can. Bathroom. What's going on over there? Oh wait, I forgot to loot bodies. Whoa, 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 whoa. See, I could have picked up that. Or that. Oh, I saved you. Penitence.
Greetings.
Salutations.
So dense.
Okay. I'll take that. A rare wine? Sure. Okay, each day and each night. Okay. Alright, so where would the next one be? Because this, like, stands out. The dam. Giant lakes. Could it? No. It's a processing area. That one looks like one directly south. Maybe there. Oh, and there. So I gotta go to the south of the city and to the direct west of the city. Seems like a bit much for today's session, but we'll see.
Kind of power. I'm glad it is in your hands.
So where am I in relation to everything? I'm directly here, so if I head straight south... There's this direction, okay. There's the scaled citadel, should be that way. I think maybe it's time to travel back to my ship.
Is that for selling later or personal use?
Hey. So judgmental. What the heck is this thing? Well, I'm sure I'll be directed this way at some point. Yes, the Malign Dam is after the noble house that became the Zealots. Which, you know, makes a wee bit of sense. For the Guardians being absolutely fanatical nutjobs. Let's just get back to our lovely base. Or... Oop. Well, that was a shot. What are you doing out here, pirate? Reminds me, if I'm going to try and infiltrate the pirates in this universe, I'm going to need a different look and a different ship so they can't trace it back to me. Or maybe just a different ship? Because the Kananaskis has certainly got a reputation. Given the sheer number of pirates, it's blown to absolute smithereens. How close am I to... Anything going on here at the Groat Farm?
I can't stop thinking about this.
Ah, damned stupid Krots.
Oh, how can I help you, sir?
Ah, it's you. The one Anasco spoke to.
I got a rep,
Well,
don't
I
I?
am pleased that you wish to make my acquaintance. I'm preoccupied with a problem that demands my attention. Apologies, but I must continue on.
What's the problem?
A problem of stolen property. I run a growth farm nearby. Look, I really must be going. This is a pressing matter.
Okay. Wait a sec, maybe I can help.
Perhaps. I'm old and very tired. I suppose I could use the assistance. For weeks now, my growths have been going missing. The first time I did not think much of it. Growths are crafty and sometimes they escape. But I am down too many growths now for this to be a mere coincidence.
Okay.
Being stolen. This cannot continue. I cannot keep purchasing new growths only for them to go missing a few days later. And without my growths, I cannot supply milk or meat to this city. I understand that this may seem a minor problem compared to the others in Dazra, but I would appreciate your assistance.
I'll help you out.
Thank you very much. Please go to my farm, see if you can find anything I have missed. I will continue to inquire around the city. Good luck. Let us hope that you can get to the bottom of this.
Okay. Will do, farmer person. Oh yeah, they had a chunks on the planet. I need to go turn things in. Security. Any kids around here? I get the enhance.
And when you are older, you will look like me.
And guess what she tells me? She tells me there is... I am trying to keep strong.
Credit's running low. Ugh.
If we are to stay on equal footing with the outsiders, we must rebuild Dazra to its former glory.
Except we can't build without construction materials and resources. And what about this talk of missing supplies? I would think the conversation starts there. Hmm?
I apologize, but with the cataclysm, the investigation has been slow going.
How convenient.
Uh-huh.
You're putting the growth before the horns! The issue is not the supplies, it's the workforce! This may sound weird, but if we could reunite with some of the exile from House Malim...
Careful, Envoy. It means nothing if those who lend a hand are holding a knife.
True.
Not to mention, they're completely sloughing mad. What? Too soon? It's only been about 50 years.
For now, let me see what I can find out regarding the missing supplies. It's possible they were lost in the tragedy along with everything else, but I don't know for sure. Once that is sorted, we can revisit this debate.
Okay.
Of course.
You know, Dukev sounds like they know what they're doing more than the others. Okay, we need to talk. Hello? There we go.
First the cataclysm, now this. There's too much going on right now.
You look exhausted. Maybe take a day.
Pray that I could, but right now I need more time, not less. I'm sorry if I seem a bit flustered. Things have been chaotic since the cataclysm, and now word of missing supplies.
Okay.
But that doesn't excuse my rudeness. Let me at least introduce myself. My name is Kezrani Dulkev. I work as an executor for House Dulkev.
Executor?
Members of House Dulkev who handle trade in and out of Dazra. We are part of the Ministry of Commerce, but our building was lost in the cataclysm.
I'm John Mhorgrimm. Nice to meet you.
Likewise. And I'm well aware of who you are. Word of the first convert in generations is on everyone's lips these days. But I'm sure you are busy getting adjusted to life here. Is there anything I can help you with?
I overheard your conversation and I'm curious.
In that case, maybe you can help. It's about the supply shortage. There may be a reason for it beyond the cataclysm itself. A week ago, my cousin Ukaru came to my office concerned about a series of lost shipments. He was certain someone was using the tragedy as cover to steal supplies and route them to our enemies.
Which enemies?
I'm not sure. The message was vague, and there are many who would want to do us harm.
Using the tragedy's cover seems especially low.
Agreed. It is difficult to believe, and as such, the proof must be ironclad. So I told my cousin to return with more evidence. And when I didn't hear back, I assumed that was the end of it.
Either that or he's
But
eliminated.
This morning, I received a slate from a courier. It was from Ukaru. It was worrying, to say the least.
Explain.
It felt like Ukaru was trying to warn me. The contents were cryptic. He mentions a possible conspiracy and being followed and, well, I hate to say it, but I'm starting to panic. He hasn't shown up to work in days, and the timing of all this feels suspicious.
A sudden absence would give credence to the idea he was followed.
Agreed. Ukaru was extremely punctual. An absence like this is very unlike him. But if he is in danger, I don't know if it's safe for me to investigate. I need someone disconnected from the noble houses.
I will investigate. Tell me where to start.
Ukaru's workstation is likely your best bet. He's been working in the rehabilitation unit on the 3rd floor of the Halls of Healing. If you run into any issues with access, hand this slate to my fellow executors. Once you locate him, report back to me. I've got a meeting at House Kadik later, but I shouldn't be hard to track down. Hopefully you'll find my cousin alive and safe.
Oh. Malnourished. Again.
The year 2020.
Your abilities are such a gift. Though your
They are.
enemies might disagree.
Okay. Let's hand this in. I can see the counselors waiting.
The Mourning device may be our one and only chance to reach Anasco and save Dazra. Ah, were you able to find Sahima?
Give research. Here's what Sahima's done.
I have no doubt Sahima's work is the key to stabilizing the Mourning device. If only the others had listened to her, we may not have lost so much of our great city. It shouldn't take me long to install her work.
Oh, I get to watch the Mourning device.
Uploading Sahima's algorithm. Plugging in the necessary variables. It is done. Diviner, will you do us the honor?
I can. Oh. Thought it was a big button there.
All personnel to stations. Clear the platform.
Activating power grid interlink.
I get the button, right?
Field projector, standing by.
Extending stabilizers.
Grav field, stable.
Okay. This should be a good
all stations report.
End of the episode.
Ready to proceed with targeting.
Yep. Aim the device.
Targeting system engaged.
There we go. Okay, don't know what she's up to.
Calibrating lens array.
Adjusting counterweights.
Locking axial tilt. Device is in position.
It's time. On your mark.
Out of the way, Andrasia. You're spoiling my moment. Typical. Okay, maybe I can get her to run this way. Andrasia. Andrasia. There we go. Okay, she jumped. Fire!
Fire! Focus.
Beam on target.
Power drive seating capacity.
It is working. Steady.
Canteen to stabilize.
Fluctuations in the grav field.
Hold! We cannot fail the speaker now.
Rerouting power.
Burning out.
Enough! Shut it down!
Cutting power.
Grav drive cycling down.
Turning to 0 points.
Retracting stabilizers.
Okay.
Shutdown complete.
Clear! Well done, all. Well done.
She's just hopping all over the place.
We can. I am sure the council is waiting to speak with you.
I'm sure they are. Well, before I talk to them, I think this is a good spot to end it. It's been over 2.5 hours. Might be able to record another session late tonight. Depends on, chores and activities. I'd like to thank everyone who's joined. Everyone obviously has left a like, subscribe, or especially a comment to let me know what's going on. I do enjoy knowing. But until the next time, this is Mhorgrimm. I hope you're all taking care of yourselves, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye now.